I trusted my friend enough to take her to my boyfriend's house. That trust nearly ruined my life. Most evening my sweet Darren would be playing his guitar while I sang. He is so talented, that's one of the reasons I like him. Inside the house was Mary, my friend, eating chin chin and drinking Sprite, watching Fuji House of Commotion recap. I had no idea she started going back there on her own. Vincent, Darren's elder brother, couldn't take it anymore. He reached out to me and told me what's happening behind my back. I have always noticed how he stared at me, but I am with Darren obviously. I wanted revenge immediately, but my body was too expensive for nonsense revenge. I couldn't date the brother just to hurt Darren. That kind of revenge always turns to regret. So I dealt with Mary, told everyone what a snake she is. People started avoiding her. I didn't stop there. I stole her boyfriend's number, who is abroad and the breadwinner of her family, and spilled everything to him, even sent him proof. Support stopped. Relationship scattered. Mary didn't know where the slap came from. I just sat down and watched. Betrayal requires consequences, and I quietly broke up with Darren. No drama. One fateful Friday evening day, I bumped into Darren and Vincent's dad in a supermarket. He paid for my items, collected my number, and we started talking from there. He even invited me over to their house. The day I went to the house was funny. The moment Vincent saw me, he was so excited. He said he thought I wouldn't be visiting anymore. Darren came out with pride, thinking I came to see him. Imagine their faces when their dad came downstairs and welcomed me warmly. I saw the light leave Vincent's eyes. That thing bothered me because, truth be told, I didn't care about Darren anymore. But Vincent? I cared too much, and I couldn't understand why. My biggest problem was their sister Anna. Same age with me, but she never liked me for a day, even when I tried being her friend before. She was always mean to me for a reason I can't explain. She made a gold digger remark, but her father wanted peace. So he ignored her. Anyways, I agreed to help Darren's dad with the structure of the new consulting firm he is about to open. This was why we even started talking more often. He took me out one day and I ran into Dapo, my old schoolmate. We hugged and did a little catch-up. When I got back to my date, he just smiled and said he wanted to discuss something important with me. He proceeded to ask how I would feel being his pretend girlfriend for a while. He said he likes me because I am matured, and that he needed to get family off his back just for a while. I asked him what's the catch. Then he opened up to that he no longer have sexual desire for women since his wife. He also said I could still live my life and he would support my dream. My head was spinning. We drew a contract and I agreed to the deal. With this new development, I get to spend more time at the mansion. I was even given a room. The kids were confused, but they are glad the rumor about their dad's sexuality is out of the window. I ignored Darren completely, but anytime Vincent was around, I felt chills. That boy. I can't explain myself with him. Anna hated me even more, but at this point I don't care anymore. I was enjoying teasing Darren with my sexy look. Everything felt like a dream come true. Revenge was delivered to me just like that. Until one day, Vincent came to me openly and confessed his feelings for me. He said he has decided to travel out of the country. He could not bear me belonging to his dad and seeing me all the time. That night I cried my eyes out. That was when it hit me that I had been in love with him all along. I went to him that night. I tried touching his hands, but he was so disciplined. He kept reminding me that I belonged to his dad. I was confused. At that point I wished I could tell him about the contract. I asked him not to go, but he said it was for the best. I asked for just one kiss, but he refused and pushed me away gently, and just like that, I was left confused, stuck, and asking myself what madness this is. The house wasn't the same for me anymore. Everybody was doing their thing. But the air felt different. Vincent started avoiding me. But somehow we keep meeting, in the kitchen in the morning, in the sitting room late at night. We would greet each other like strangers, but our eyes always lingered too long. It was awkward and painful. Darren noticed it. Of course, that stupid one notices everything about me. He tried hanging around me more, asking unnecessary questions or trying to touch my hand. Anna insults reduced, but the silence became heavier. She would greet everyone except me. If I entered a room, she would leave. Her hatred was now calm and calculated. Their father acted normal, still kind, still gentle. Some nights, I would lie in bed and hear Vincent moving around in his room. Water running, footsteps, each sound felt personal. I was tempted to knock on his door many times. Luckily for me, we met in the corridor one evening. Just the two of us, no escape. He asked why I am quiet these days. I chuckled and told him so he is. There was tension between us when he told me he would be leaving the following week. My heart just dropped to my stomach. He looked at me like he wanted to say something else, but he didn't. He just walked away. That night, I cried quietly. Not even because he was leaving, but because he was leaving without ever knowing the truth. I have loved him secretly too, but now my hands are tied. I can't expose the secret behind being with his father. And the worst part, he never judged me. Vincent was supposed to leave the next morning. I was in the sitting room pretending to press my phone when he entered. He just stood there, looking like he had been fighting himself since he came and said, "Tomorrow is the day." My mouth couldn't form any words. I stood up to go inside my room when he called my name softly, "Lily." By the time I turned back and he was already close to me, I could feel his presence. My heart was beating. He said, "I've tried." Before I know, his hands were on my waist, like he was asking permission. He pulled me closer, slow and firm. My knees almost failed me. I didn't push him away either. I just stood there, breathing his air. He whispered, "This is wrong." But his hands didn't leave my waist. Then he leaned in and kissed me. The kiss was soft, deep and quiet. I felt heat rush through me and I heard him exhale sharply, like he didn't expect himself to do it. He broke the kiss first, but he didn't let go. His forehead rested on mine. "If I don't leave, we won't be able to stop, Lily." That kiss wasn't enjoyment, it was pain. It was love that didn't get permission to exist. The next morning he was set to go. Suitcase was carried, and I even stood by the stairs with folded arms, acting strong. Darren didn't say much, just that fake brotherly shoulder tap. Their dad wished him well. Me, I stayed in my room. I didn't trust myself not to burst into tears. 2 hours later, I was in the hall when my phone buzzed. "Hey Lily, I'm still around." Later, my supposed boyfriend, their dad told us that Vincent didn't get on the plane because the slot for the program had been taken and closed. He could still go and wait 6 months for the next intake. Visa was still valid. The funny thing is the email had entered 2 weeks ago, but he missed it. So instead of traveling to go and wait, Vincent chose to stay back for those 6 months. Immediately I heard the car that brought him back drive in. My whole body felt electric. I couldn't contain my excitement as the door swung open. Our eyes locked and I gave out a warm smile. That night, there was light off. As I was coming down the corridor with my phone torch, I bumped into him. He caught me by the waist sharply and refused to let go. He held me like he had made up his mind already. He told me about the reason he came back. He was bolder this time, like he wasn't pretending anymore. He kissed me intentional this time. "I stayed because of you," he whispered. After that night, life felt sweet. We flirted at every opportunity we have, and made out and violated almost everywhere in that house when no one was watching. We secretly went on dates, sneaking in and out of each other's room. Just when everything seemed perfect, Vincent became distant, and avoiding me like discipline is the only thing keeping him sane. Darren grows bolder, trying to get my attention, that foolish one. And Anna. She watches quietly. The house suddenly feels tense again. One rainy evening, he finally confronts me. He says he can't keep living like this, watching me belonging to his father while pretending nothing is wrong. He wanted more. He said he won't be a secret and won't wait in the shadows. I was made to choose, and silent, he said, was an answer. For the first time, strategy fails me and this love demands honesty. I have never seen him that serious. I knew my clock was ticking, 'cause this time he would leave. Vincent has always been matured. I believe I could trust him with the secret deal I made with his dad. That night, I sneaked into his room. The way he stared at me, like he was searching for something in my eyes, and looked at me like it was Judgment Day. I spoke quietly. He didn't interrupt. His gaze was fixed on me. "Baby, I'm sorry you had to deal with all these." Well, I would be going against a deal I had with your dad. I told him about the contract and the reason I never crossed certain lines. Vincent believed me almost immediately. He had always sensed something wasn't right. He wasn't angry, he felt relief. I promised to speak to his father, but Vincent stopped me. He wasn't ready to open that chapter or force his father into explanations he might not yet understand. Between us broke, he touched my face gently, like he was reassuring himself I was real. Then he kissed me slowly and careful, filled with all the restraint we had been carrying for months. That night, we made love quietly, tenderly, as people who had waited too long and didn't want to break the moment. It was full of pauses, whispered reassurance. Hands holding on like they were afraid the truth might disappear by morning. He held me and made a suggestion. He said we would leave together, travel, and live freely until his father was ready to speak his own truth. What we didn't know was that his father already knew about us. He had seen my love for Vincent and chose silence over control. He even supported my plans to study abroad. In time, the truth came out within the family. Anna softened, the hatred faded, and understanding replaced suspicion, and love was finally allowed to breathe.